So as there are no games being played today in Argentina, I thought I'd do something a bit different and come down here to the Mas Monumental, the home of River Plate Football Club. So we're going to go inside, have a little look at the museum, and also get our first sneak peek off the ground itself. So join me in this video as we explore one of Argentina's most historic clubs. So a quick look at the prices before we start the video. This trip cost me a total of 2,800 ARG pesos. That's about $7.30 in the US or €6.90 in the Eurozone. Now that price gets you about 15 minutes in the stadium and a visit to the museum, where to be honest they let you stay for as long as you want. And our first stop in the day was the stadium visit. So we're actually going to the upper tier today because they're actually doing work on the ground at the moment. They're completely renovating the stadium as such. So we're going to be up high. The fellow doing the tour that you have to go around with a guide and these kind of things. He just basically asked everyone, can you get up the steps? So yeah, I mean it does look pretty high, but I think we can do this. But yeah, it's a shame we won't get to the pitch side, but we'll still get a view of this amazing and historic ground in the country. First view in there, first view of the pitch over there. About halfway up I'd say now. I'm not really full way up. Wasn't expecting it to be that quick. Well, it's a big stadium, isn't it? I mean, one thing that just blows my mind about stadiums in Argentina is that even when they have a massive ground like this with multiple tiers, they still put terraces at the top, and it's nothing I've really seen before while I've been watching football my whole life, to be honest. But I mean, if I just pan around this here, just the whole way up here is just proper old school terraces. And like I say, I'm just not used to that at all, but I mean, that's what creates the atmosphere it does, because everyone's bunched in together, getting such an atmosphere, and fellas just start to talk down there. But yeah, I mean, first impressions of this ground are a proper Argentinian style Coliseum. We've been sat here for about 10 minutes and just been taking the time in just to really check out the ground. And one interesting thing as well is that you can actually see the work being done just down there, which is these both sides here on the bottom tier. They've done one up there, as you can see, and obviously they're just going to replicate it on that side. So just to really bring a more of a modern atmosphere to this ground. You can really see how new those seats are down there. So it's such a mix. So you've literally got the tier section at the top that we just mentioned, and then you've got this new modern section in the middle. So I'm not sure I've seen quite a mix of the stadium in terms of new and old. And we've been up here now for about 15 minutes, and yeah, I definitely want to get to a game here now. I mean, just thinking about, like I just said, about the atmosphere that they must create up here in this stand. I'm not sure if I could get this specific one, but must be unbelievable. So yeah, this is going to be the last look I get at this ground until hopefully I get to a game here. Just got into the museum here, and straight away, we're just having a look at the history of the club. We've got loads of information there, and also we've got all the club shirts from that long history that the club has in the country, and of course all the red striped shirts that are what this club are famous for. I'm gonna say that one's my favourite. That one's a banger. That old school Adidas style. If anyone can say in the comments why there's a Barca shirt there. That'd be quite interesting because it doesn't say here. It's got all these River shirts and then just 1980 Barca for whatever reason that is. But yeah, let me know in the comments if anyone knows. Some of these shirts they've got here are absolute classics. I mean, just take a look at this one. I love this old style. Just the way they made the shirts back then with that red stripe. So you know we've got here the Copa Libertadores final shirts from 2015. They played Tigres from Mexico. Got the match ball from the day, all the VIP section, accreditations. The trophy there, that might just be, you know, what one of the players might have got, and of course they've got the medal. Man, this one still has the blood on it from what I'm going to say was a pretty brutal game back in 1920. But yeah, over 100 years old there. That shirt was worn in the game. So I'm going to talk over this bit of the museum as they were blasting lots of music out, especially AC/DC, who have played in the stadium before. Now, nothing against the band, but I don't want to risk a copyright strike just for a bit of Highway to Hell. But anyway, potentially the most important bit of the museum is the trophy room, which I have to admit was pretty impressive. In this room you can see a handful of the club's Copa Libertadores trophies among countless other championships spanning across the last century. And here's me just making myself dizzy while walking around in a circle to film them all, but it really gives you an idea of how much the club have achieved throughout their history. Also interestingly, I stumbled upon this interesting looking trophy that featured Atletico Madrid's famous bear and tree. Now this trophy is called the Trofeo Villa de Madrid, and as the description translates, it featured host Atletico Madrid, Rayo Vallecano, also from Madrid, River Plate, and a bit randomly, Derby County from England. And that trophy wasn't the only reference made to Madrid in the museum, and that's because there's a whole room dedicated to the infamous victory in the Copa Libertadores final over arch rivals Boca Juniors in 2018, which was of course forced to relocate to the Bernabeu in the Spanish capital due to crowd disturbances and fears for player safeties back in Buenos Aires. And the club also have their most recently won trophies on display at the front of the museum. So all in all, there's countless amount of things to see. So yeah, that's a tour over. Really enjoyed that one. It was great to see the stadium inside for the first time with my own eyes, especially seeing those terraces at the top tier. I just can't get over them. I said it like 3 times now, but yeah, such an interesting sight. And also the museum, just to see the history this club has. I mean, all those Libertadores trophies, you don't realise till you actually see those trophies how successful this club has been. And anyway, make sure to subscribe to the Partido because we're still in Argentina. We're here for about 7 more weeks. We've only done a week and we've filmed so much content already, and that's already on its way in the coming weeks. So we're going to have content for the next few months. So make sure to subscribe to the Partido to see more about this football crazy country in Argentina, and nos vemos in the next video.